Meteorologist Mark Dixon joining me in the Early Morning Forecast Center, and we are talking about some snow. I just got an email from Meryl and Sharon. She said she's got a good crunchy 4 inches out there. She said she couldn't get her back door open because the wind kind of drifted it in, and she said if she had one more helping of holiday food, she wouldn't have made it through the door. So, and I agree with that. 647. How you doing?
Good. You know, the wind is going to be a factor, but not to the point of a wind advisory, but we certainly could get gusts over 30 miles an hour. And the wind itself obviously making it much colder too when you're out shoveling and clearing your driveway or your sidewalks.
Yeah, it's not a very favorable start out there with a lot of crunchiness on the ground. And throughout the day today, as Patricia was just mentioning, we're going to fill back in with snow this afternoon, this evening, and tonight through very early tomorrow morning. And as you can see, we got a little bit of snow out there for us this morning in Salisbury, Torrington, Goshen, Warren, Litchfield, Morris. And as we zoom in a little bit further down to the south, a little bit of a mix there, some freezing rain and possibly some sleet pellets mixing in the Danbury, Bethel area, on over into Naugatuck, Oxford, right down Route 8. And then you get to the shoreline, and the temperature's there above the freezing mark, about 37 degrees. We've got a little bit of rain out there, so we are expecting this to fill in as we move through the day today and into very early tomorrow morning, and that's why we're going to start to see these totals, right, Mark?
That's right. So southeastern Connecticut, very little in the way of snow so far. We had the snow yesterday at the beginning, then it transitioned over to a mix and then rain, and we've seen less than a couple of inches in around the greater Hartford area. Of course, some greater totals coming in from northern Litchfield County, extreme northwestern Hartford County, but nowhere near what you see here represented on the map, and that is because this is a long duration storm, and the snow that's going to further accumulate is not coming until later today, ramping up this evening before it wraps up by early tomorrow morning. So we could actually see this afternoon into the evening hours a period of snow that could be quite heavy, over an inch an hour. So that is certainly a possibility around and then after the evening commute. So where we are expecting some of the greater totals, we have the winter storm warnings in effect for inland portions of Fairfield County, throughout Litchfield County as well, the rest of the shoreline and the rest of eastern Connecticut, including Hartford and New Haven counties. We've got the winter weather advisory, and these all run through early tomorrow morning. So a long duration, prolonged storm with multiple issues ongoing, certainly impacting the holiday travel yesterday, this morning's commute, this evening's commute, tomorrow morning's commute before we get some clearing to take place. And we've already seen snow. We've seen that icy mix. We've seen rain. We're seeing more snow this morning in parts of the state with that icy mix, but it will be going back over to snow later on this evening and into the early overnight hours. And Scott, the temps are down and the wind, it is up. It is, and you can feel that out there with the feels like column a little bit below the actual temperature. 29 in Litchfield, 22 is the feel like. Want to show you West Hartford, our time-lapse photography. You can see the conditions there getting a little bit better, but look at that sheen coming off the roadways there, and that's what you're going to be experiencing throughout the morning. So be careful out there on those roadways. We'll take you to New Haven right now with some reduced visibility. This is a little time-lapse photography over the past 3 hours. We do have a little bit of that sheen on the highways there as well. And once again, temperatures are going to feel a bit cooler with that wind that is blowing around out there. Speaking of temperatures, here they are, 27, 28. These are some of the coolest spots right here in northwest Connecticut. And then you get down towards the shoreline, you've got a reading of about 37 degrees, and that's why you're seeing some rain showers as opposed to this sleet, freezing rain and snow that's in northern Connecticut. And that wind is sustained right now to 22 miles an hour in Groton out of the northeast, anywhere from 9 to 22 miles an hour. And again, that makes it feel like it's in the mid to upper teens. 21 is the real feel at Bradley, 23 in Brainerd. So as you're walking out the door to do some cleanup, it is chilly. Speaking of more iCams, here's a look at Bradley where there are delays. We've got our reporters there for you. And as you move through the day today, there could be more cancellations as the snow continues to come on in. Waterbury, good morning to you. You can see a little bit of snow covering there. And as we take you out and show you the system, not quite done yet. We've got a lot of snow back to the north and west and south and west. You can see the center of circulation of this storm is over Ohio and West Virginia. That's going to move in our direction. And according to early warning futurecast, tomorrow's weather today, we fill back in with snow. Fill back in. This is 5 o'clock this evening. This is 8 o'clock tonight, especially in that northwest section of the state. And then everybody's dealing with that snow overnight tonight through early tomorrow morning. It all wraps up by about 8, 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Daytime highs today climb into the low to mid 30s, which is pretty close to where we are right now. They're not going to climb too much. Wintry mix changing to snow, and then your 7-day forecast shows gradual improvement tomorrow morning. Wednesday, Thursday look good. Friday, a chance for rain and snow showers, and then the weekend looks dry but chilly with a temperature of 32 degrees. It is going to be breezy on Saturday too, which is going to make it feel colder.